You are lying in bed on a Sunday morning. Your phone buzzes with a notification. A dividend payment hits your account. $87 for doing nothing. You did not work for this money. It arrived because you own shares of a company that pays you every quarter just for being a part owner. When you scale that feeling to $1,000 a month in passive income, the math begins to solve the problem that keeps most people trapped. My name is Ryan. The first month I earned $1,000 without working for it, I slept better than I had in years. Most people assume a side hustle is the only way to reach this level, but trading more of your limited hours for a second paycheck often costs more in burnout and taxes than it pays. We are going to look at the specific math of buying back your time instead of selling more of it. $1,000 covers the one bill that causes the most stress for most households, whether that is the mortgage, the car payment, or the groceries. Seeing the bill arrive with the deposit already sitting there to cover it changes your physical response to stress. It moves your baseline from survival to stability. Absolute financial freedom is a high bar. To generate $10,000 a month, you need $3 million invested at a 4% yield. Yield is simply the annual cash return an investment pays out relative to its cost. When the target is $3 million, the top of the mountain disappears into the clouds. Most people see that number and decide that investing is something only rich people do. But $1,000 a month requires $300,000 at that same 4% yield. This is a target that is reachable through a decade of consistent, disciplined saving. This chart shows how $300 invested every month at an 8% return, the historical average of the stock market, reaches that target in 25 years. If you find an extra $200 to invest each month, you reach the $1,000 mark 5 years earlier. For an average American household earning $60,000, these numbers are not a fantasy. They are a choice in how to allocate current income. Running these numbers is what separates those who stay vulnerable from those who are actively building a safety net. The first thing that changes at this milestone is your daily stress. When your largest bill no longer depends on your boss or your commute, your internal pressure meter drops. Second, your career options expand. You can take a professional risk or start a business because your baseline survival is already secured by your portfolio. You are no longer forced to stay in a job you hate simply because the bi-weekly paycheck is the only thing keeping the lights on. Third, the math begins to accelerate through compounding. Compounding is the process where your investment returns are reinvested to generate their own earnings. Your money starts earning money that then earns even more money. Consider two people who both earn $55,000 a year. Person A spends everything they earn. To get ahead, they take on a side hustle, trading an extra 15 hours of their week for a few $100s, but they remain entirely dependent on active labor. Person B takes those same 15 hours of side hustle value, but automates it into a $400 monthly investment. After 15 years, they have built a system that returns nearly $500 a month without them lifting a finger. If both people lose their primary jobs tomorrow, Person A has exactly 30 days before they face a total financial crisis. Person B, however, has $500 landing in their account every month. That covers the rent or the food while they calmly look for their next opportunity. The difference between these two lives isn't a side hustle or a second job. It is the decision to stop trading time for money and start using money to buy back time. You do not need a multi-million-dollar windfall to change how you live. You need $1,000 a month